ride the wave in the best way possible. So when I was driving to the airport to come here in the heart of Silicon Valley, even if you haven't been there, you can probably guess what sort of billboards were there on both sides of the highway. At one point, there's an advertisement for this company which offers AI to increase your business productivity. These days, there's AI for everything. There's AI for customer service. There's AI for designing websites. There's AI for pets, right? There's AI for appliances, everything. AI is everywhere. And yes, AI is also coming into the field of education in a very prominent way. We have the presence of esteemed educators in this room. And one of the ways that we see AI, and in particular generative AI, coming into education is how is it that students are using AI to complete their assignments? You see headlines these days where they say that 100% of university students make use of AI to submit their assignments. In K-12 schools, there's a lot of frustration on the part of teachers. They're like, what can we do in order for our students to actually demonstrate their learning and not to just use ChatGPT to solve their problems? Sometimes teachers say that we're really creative, right? We figured it out. We're going to have them handwrite their assignments. And then they come back frustrated. They're like, yeah, our students are using ChatGPT to come up with the answer, and then they're handwriting what ChatGPT tells them. These days we have this crisis of even teachers using ChatGPT. I don't know if you heard about this, but it's kind of interesting. At a college, a university in the United States, one of the students, once she finished the term, right, she made a request from the university. She said that I paid $7,000 to take this class, and I have proof that my professor was using ChatGPT throughout the whole class to make up the class notes, to grade the assignments. And she gave an example. She said, like, in the middle of one of the slides, it had a statement which was like, okay, something like, what ChatGPT says. It's like, okay, well, this is what I've given you until now. If you want, I can elaborate on this thing or that thing. So she said that this was there in the slides, right? What am I paying for here? The professor is ChatGPT. Her petition for the request was denied by the university. But it goes to show a little bit about the crisis we have in education when it comes to the right way of making use of artificial intelligence. It goes deeper than that. These days, there's talk about replacing schools and fundamentally changing what schools do. Out with the teachers. We don't need teachers anymore. The best teacher is a teacher which is basically omniscient. They know everything, right? And they're extremely personalized. They can be there 24 hours to serve the need of the student. Who is the best teacher? Well, ChatGPT, or another type of generative AI solution. You have the Alpha Schools. I don't know if you heard about this. Alpha Schools is a fairly newly established network of schools that is growing tremendously, rapidly throughout the United States and I believe other countries as well. And their model is that, first of all, they have three things that they brag about. They say, first of all, in our school, we have students who love school, number one. Number two, they learn 2 times the amount in 2 hours of the day. So all of learning happens in 2 hours of the day for students who go to that school. And the third thing they talk about is learning life skills. How do they accomplish this? The students go to school for 2 hours, they're in front of screens, and they have this technology which is basically teaching them all the traditional subjects, from math to science to whatnot. And then for the rest of the day, they're having fun. They're learning how to ride a bike. They are coding. They are doing entrepreneurship and other sorts of things. By the way, the price tag for that particular school, it starts at $40,000. And by the way, that's US dollars, not Canadian dollars. Okay, so the question is, what's happening here? What's going on? One of the very popular companies, their CEO recently made a statement, and he said that AI is going to take over every field, including education, and the role of teachers is going to shift to be more of like supervision and care. So instead of having teachers, we're going to have child care providers, not just for young children, but all the way including teenagers as well, right? But the teaching is done by AI, by robots and whatnot. Now, I think that as I'm talking about these things, I'm sure that for all of you, it's somewhat intriguing, but also it's somewhat frightening as well. Because there's a model that we've known of how schools are, and it's been there for centuries, right? And it's a model which fundamentally depends on there being a transfer of knowledge from teachers to students. So many other things have changed. The way that we go about transporting, for example, the way that we live, the way that we communicate. But one of those things that hasn't changed that much, despite so many other changes, is education. And so when we talk about a radical transformation, right, it kind of makes us a little bit uneasy. Is this really what it's all about? Right? What about what we talk about in Islam, about teaching and learning and the history and the tradition of learning? What happens to that in this new world? So I think it's important for us to pause and to look at a few aspects of what Islamic education has to offer us. And these can be taken in light of this move towards artificial intelligence and perhaps give us some ideas of how we can approach it. Right? I'm not here to say that it's all bad and we need to reject it. Right? But the question is, how can it be made use of in a way which is in line with the teachings of Islamic education? So I want to offer some thoughts and insight here, but you can help me with the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali. So brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, I've been blessed, really I've been blessed to have the tawfiq, the opportunity to be a gardener. Okay, actually I don't garden really, or maybe you could say that I really do garden, because I have no idea how to garden in a garden kind that you have like soil and you have spades. But for more than a decade, I've had this opportunity of being a gardener when it comes to children of our community. And truly, it's been an insightful experience. And when I look at this, all the different aspects that I've been able to see from the inside in various ways through different schools, there's a few points that I really want to emphasize that reflect maybe some of the fruits of my experiences. And that's what I want to share with you today. The first one, brothers and sisters, is that in Islamic knowledge seeking, there is a sacredness when it comes to the role of the teacher. Who the teacher is extremely, extremely important. And that goes back to how we actually learn. We don't learn by just having a bunch of book knowledge and be like a calculator. Right? We learn through a much more complex process. Part of this process involves observation and imitation. We see those people that we want to be like and we aspire towards that. There was an incident that took place in Islamic history regarding the Umrah of the Prophet and what led to the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, where our Prophet wanted to go and they were stopped by the mushrikeen. So at a certain point, the Muslims were excited. They were in their ihram. They were ready to perform, the tawaf and the other rites. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he commanded them. He said that now it is time for you to leave your ihram. Some of them were hesitant, right? They were excited about this, right? They wanted to do their obligations. And our Prophet became, upset at them. Why aren't they listening to me? Why is it that they're not following suit? Until our Prophet ﷺ, he himself went and came out of the ihram. He himself slaughtered the animals that they'd taken along with them. And then those who were reluctant, they themselves followed suit. But this is just one example of the type of learning that takes place when you see your teacher do something. Later on, we see that when the Prophet had gathered the Muslims and they were going for the final Hajj, this is an incident that we all know about, but it's interesting to look at it from the perspective of education. We see that for the most part, the Muslims had made the intention of doing the Hajj at-Tamattu', which involves doing the Umrah in the state of Ihram, and then coming out of the state of Ihram, and then going back to Ihram before you perform the Hajj. So the Prophet commanded them, said that now that you have performed the rites of the Umrah, now you have to come out of your Ihram. But the Prophet told them that because I brought my sacrificial animals, the Haadi, with me, my Hajj is different. I stay in the Ihram, but you are to break your Ihram. So once again, we see at that point that some of the companions were reluctant. Right? They didn't want to follow suit. It's interesting that Maulana Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salam, when he makes his intention for coming to the Ihram, he says that, I don't know what actually is my intention, but my intention in putting my Ihram is the same intention that the Prophet ﷺ did. Whatever he intended, I intend as well. And so that's why that among all the companions, all of them had to come out of the Ihram. It is only Imam Ali alayhi salam who stayed in the Ihram. Why? Because he had observed, he had learned, and he said that whatever the Prophet does, that's what I'm going to do as well. Right? This is a type of learning. It's interesting to look at this from this perspective, that what is the role of the teacher? When Imam Ali talks about knowledge, he says that knowledge is of two types. There's knowledge which is masmu', knowledge which you hear and then you just like memorize it. And there's knowledge which is matbu', knowledge which is inside, it's imprinted on the soul. And he says that knowledge which is masmu' is useless unless you have that knowledge which is matbu', meaning that you have to have something inside in order for that other knowledge to have any effect. Let's say that our children were to sit in front of different AI engines every single day and learn whatever they want to, and learn it rapidly, and memorize all those things, be able to take standardized tests and be able to do excellent on them. Would that do anything for the ilm al-matbu'? And this is where we need that teacher. Another point to make here, another thing that we see when it comes to schooling and education is the role of the aql, the role of the intellect. It's very important that in Islamic education there is what's called the providing the grounds for the intellect to flourish. These days we see that education, when not done correctly, it can lead to absolute disaster. There was recently a news report, I don't know if you were aware of this, of a Microsoft employee. Her name was Ibtisam. Ibtisam was a graduate of one of the top universities in the world, Harvard University. And after finishing and graduating and gaining all that knowledge, she went to work for Microsoft. But what happened was that her line of work was in artificial intelligence, and it had to do with being able to automatically transcribe a lot of different conversations that are happening in telecommunications, and to be able to understand and decipher all that information and make sense of it. She realized that her work was directly contributing towards the genocide in Gaza, because the Israeli army, the IDF, was making use of Microsoft's cloud AI services to be able to capture cell phone information from Gaza and be able to then target their strikes using AI. So what does she do? In a very major public setting, at the company's 50th anniversary. I've been to one of these company anniversaries at Microsoft. It's a big deal. It's a very scripted, very expensive, high-profile event. This was the 50th anniversary. Imagine the scope of that event. She stood up and she challenged, the use of AI to kill people. And she said that I do not want to be part of this anymore. The next day she resigned from her position at Microsoft. This reminds us of the saying of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam, when he was asked about Muawiyah, and somebody says that Muawiyah was a clever man. He was really genius up there. Was he somebody who possessed aql? Was he somebody who possessed intellect? Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said, no, that wasn't the aql, that is shaytana. That is a type of devilishness, right? It's shabihul aql, it's similar to aql, but it's not aql. Imagine that our education is taken over by AI agents. Wouldn't it be convenient? Right? Wouldn't it be easy? But who's to say that the result of that wouldn't be an army of our youth who are armed with this knowledge, which is not aql, but rather it's shaytanah. And this takes me to the next point, which is that one of the things we see about Islamic education is that it is a difficult enterprise. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of hands-on efforts. And these days, one of the main thrusts of AI is that how can we create these AI agents to do work on our behalf? Why go through difficult things, right? Let other things do it for you so you can really enjoy life. You see that there's a crisis happening among our youth, right? Youth in general, and even our youth, of their best friends becoming these AI agents, right? Who know everything about them. Their whole free time is spent talking to these AI chatbots. It's something which is very worrisome. I came across this incredible letter of Amirul Mu'mineen in Nahjul Balagha, where he's talking to one of his governors. And the governor is responsible for, Imam is appointing him to be responsible for carrying out the affairs of the Hajj, which is an extremely important annual event that takes place. Now he's in charge of it. He has a lot of responsibility. He's a busy person. He's the governor of Makkah as well. Now you think that somebody like that, Imam would be trying to give him tips of how he should manage his time so he can spend more time on governance, so he can spend more time like administering the affairs of his city and of the Hajj as a whole. But what does Imam tell him in Nahjul Balagha? He says that, oh my governor, I want you to go and I want your safir to be your lisan, and I want your intermediary to be your face. What does that mean? He's telling him that I don't want you to be a type of governor or a type of person who's in charge where it's other people who are doing your job. I want the people to hear from you yourself with your tongue. Go sit with them in the morning, go sit with them in the evening. Don't let somebody else do your job for you. And then I don't want it to be the case that every time somebody wants to talk to you, they have to go to this person and that person, this person. No, you go there and you be there person to person. You sit with them, you teach them, you educate them. If they're ignorant, Imam tells them, if they're ignorant, then teach them. And if they are learned, then take advice from them. But your job is to be there in person to create that rapport. And brothers and sisters, that rapport and that connection is so important. Sometimes parents are looking for an easy way out. They're saying that this job of spending time with my children, of talking to them, of playing with them, of learning with them, taking them out, growing with them, it's hard. I have my own life, I have my own pursuits, my own career. Right? Wouldn't it be easier if that got taken care of by my safir? And my safir, my agent, is AI. This is so contrary to the philosophy of Imam Ali alayhi salam. whether it be a leader of the government, whether it be the leader of a spiritual ritual like Hajj, or a spiritual, political, social ritual like Hajj, whether it be a teacher, whether it be a parent, these roles require rapport building and connection. And if I want to say that what is one of the biggest takeaways that I have gotten insight into when it comes to being involved in Islamic education, it's the role of connection. I want to quote a hadith that we have from Amir al-Mu'mineen. Please recite salawat. He's reported to have said, and this hadith I feel is very much central to, it should be central to the philosophy of why we need Islamic education. He's reported to have said that for someone who has good akhlaq, those who love him will increase and the hearts will develop uns with them. Uns meaning a comforting relationship. Meaning that what Imam is talking about, the importance of uns, meaning that if you want to be effective in your gardening, in your tarbiyah, you have to develop uns, which is a good relationship, a comforting relationship. It's very easy to write off a child based on their behavior or based on their looks. But I can tell you that that is one of the biggest mistakes that people involved in Islamic education can make. I'll share with you an incident. There was a boy who was with us in our high school. And in his 12th grade, the last year in the school, he was definitely one of the biggest troublemakers. He was the one who, during my Islamic studies class, right, and here I am, I'm trying my best to make it interesting, cracking jokes, like talking about relevant issues. He'd be either asleep or talking to the guy next to him, or I'd be like, okay, can I go to the bathroom? Or, sorry, you guys say washroom. Can I go to the washroom? Right? And checked out the whole time. Recently, he went to university, and he sends me a text message maybe a couple months ago. He says that, Shaykh Salim, I'm reaching out because suddenly I find this real deep need to increase my knowledge in Islam. I'm really searching. I'm meeting non-Muslims, and I feel that I don't have the answers to provide them. Can you give me some resources that I can use to study and learn about my own faith? This is, I don't think he ever even opened up our Islamic studies textbook. But here he is, he's messaging me because he's genuinely wanting to seek that knowledge. So the importance of connection, the importance of rapport, these are things which cannot be accomplished by just taking our children and showing them in front of a screen and saying, this is now your teacher. But sisters, in Islam, the role of a teacher is something which is profound. And one of the things that I understand from our respected board members and respected scholar is that today we're celebrating and honoring the teachers who are dedicated to this institution. When it comes to the role of a teacher in Islam, it's something which is so profound. There is a hadith that we have narrated from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I'm drawing to a close, inshallah, with a couple of reflections about the role of a teacher, where he's reported to have said that indeed Allah and the angels, even the ant in its nest and the fish in the sea, send blessings upon whoever teaches good things to people. That's number one. Number two, another narration, he said that Allah revealed to Nabi Musa alayhi salam, O Musa, learn goodness and teach it to others, for I will illuminate the graves of teachers and learners of goodness so they do not feel fear. This is the role of a teacher. There's a saying, a quote that we have from Allama Tabatabai, Marhum Allama Tabatabai. This quote is one of my favorite quotes. And every time I go back to it, I feel that I can take a little bit more insight into it. He says that the teacher is a warm and luminous center. The teacher is filled with light, who gets strength from the light of knowledge. Where is the teacher's light coming from? It's coming from the knowledge that they have.
in order to get rid of the ignorance and illiteracy in the whole world. It is the teacher who makes the blind-hearted and the ignorant clear-sighted and wise, and takes them with the assistance of the luminous torch of knowledge and education to the holy valley and the heaven of prosperity. These are the types of individuals that we are commemorating and celebrating today. Brothers and sisters, the project of Islamic education is a very difficult project. I was involved with technology. I was on the cutting edge technology team. And sometimes I was given assignments that were pretty challenging. But I can tell you that the type of work that is involved with gardening with the souls of human beings is much more complex and much more tiring than I ever had experience in Silicon Valley. It doesn't even compare. Brothers and sisters, we need to support these type of efforts. We too can make schools where our children have a good time. You know, what are they promoting when it comes to their mission? Students who love school. We can make students who love school as well. We can have an environment where our children are learning twice as much. In fact, not just twice as much, they're learning 10 times as much. In fact, they're not learning just 10 times as much. They're learning not in other dimensions that doesn't even take place in other schools. Because we know that knowledge of this world is like a ring in the desert. That's what we have in Hadith. And we can have schools where our children learn life skills. But we need to have the right environment where those children can learn. Remember that our children will appreciate the pedagogy. They'll appreciate the teachers. But they're also going to appreciate the sunlight, the green space, and the space itself. There was an experience I had recently where a parent comes and was complaining and said that, you know, my child came to your school and now they don't do wudu properly anymore. I said, what? We teach them how to do wudu. Why isn't it they're doing wudu anymore? And the parent said that, well, you know, there's so many students that you have and so few sinks that the time that's given to the students isn't enough, and my child feels like they can't, you know, take off, they don't know how to tie their shoes properly. So if they take off their shoes and they take off their socks, they won't have time to do the must properly, so they don't take off their shoes anymore. It caused me to pause, and I realized that, subhanAllah, we can teach about how to do wudu, right? We can demonstrate how to do wudu. They can see their teachings doing wudu, but if they don't have the facilities to do wudu, they're not going to be able to do wudu. So they need to have those facilities which will allow them to have this type of Islamic education. Inshallah, today we can take those efforts that we need to do our part to ensure that our children will, inshallah, be able to experience a true form of Islamic education. Thank you very much for the honor to be here and to be part of your efforts. May Allah accept all the efforts of our esteemed teachers and our parents who work so hard to raise their children in this environment, of our educators, of our scholars, our board members. May Allah accept all their efforts with the barakah of salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
MashaAllah. Ahsan. Thank you very much to our respected Shaykh Salim Yusuf Ali for those very powerful words and heartful reminders on the topic of AI. Shaykhna, after today's lecture, I think I have to shut down my ChatGPT account. Although I think the only AI that you will allow for us to use is Ahlulbait intelligence. Is that acceptable, Shaykhna? Yes? Okay, alright. And by the way, that wasn't inspired by AI at all, right? I just said right now. But thank you so much, Shaykhna. May Allah grant you tawfiq and wisdom to guide us for many years to come, inshallah. Your speech, your presentation was a powerful reminder for us parents and for teachers as well on the importance of Islamic education. So can I ask us all to recite one loud salawat for Shaykh Salim. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali. Okay, after that very deep insight, it's time for chai. What happened to our chai? Chai is on its way? If there's no chai, there's no raising money tonight, so it's entirely up to you.
Why do you keep us reminding chai?
Because I need chai, to be honest. I need chai myself. I think we all need chai, but so while we wait for our wonderful chai to arrive, I'm told that the next segment is going to be an interactive segment, which will require the attention and participation of our audience. So it's time for a Kahoot. Who's excited to do a quick Kahoot? Yeah? You all excited? Okay, great. So the way we'll do this is we will be sat on our tables. So if you look around and you want to choose the most intelligent table, you can do so now. Thankfully, table number 8 is, oh, there's 2 seats on table number 8, by the way. If anyone wants to come on table number 8, you're more welcome to join this wonderful table here where the Sheikhs are located. But here's how we'll do it, okay? So we will play this game on our tables. And if you're on your table, please select one person from the table, just one person from the table, to log into the Kahoot using the login number, which is appearing on your screen, or using the QR code. So the pin is being loaded right now. This is the pin, 2113037. Now, as you delegate the individual, please use your table number as your team name. Please use your table number as your team name. So we don't want any funky names, just your table number. By the way, we're going to give you a minute or two to do this, so if you want to stand, I don't know, stretch your legs, stretch your hands, by all means. Drink some water on your table. Are we all clear with what has been asked of us? Yep, any questions? Have you assigned a team captain to manage the questions on your behalf? Can I ask the team captain to take into consideration the answers from the group or from your table, okay? It's a team game, it's a table game. All right. Everyone should play together. Apparently, Go Leaf got kicked out. Whoever put Go Leaf as their team name, you got kicked out. You have to come back with your table number. I know last night wasn't the best. Okay.
We have 30 tables.
Okay, there's 2 more tables to go. Table number 29. Okay, I think we're good because table 2 is empty, right? Alright, okay, so we're about to begin. Are we all ready? No? Who said no? You need a couple more minutes? Okay. Sayyid Ali Imran, which table are you on? There's too much ammunition on table 8. There's too much knowledge here. Please do not use ChatGPT to answer the questions. A reminder, you won't be able to anyway because these questions are ChatGPT proof. Oh, I see. Yeah, do not scan the QR code on your on the table because that's the QR code to make a donation. You can do that, but not now, not for this particular segment. Okay, I think we have everyone now. Okay, so I think let's begin. All right, so we're going to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. can we please have the first question up here? The first question is a test, so there's no points. No points assigned for this particular question. Which major contemporary marja is known for his book Tawdi' al-Masail, which is a book that guides us on daily Islamic law? Who is the marja known for the book Tawdi' al-Masail? This is just a test, okay? So you'll not be marked or graded on the answer of this question. Alright, so the answer is Sayyid Ali Sistani. For those of you who got that answer correct, congratulations. Got that question correct, sorry. Okay, so now that we know how to play the game, we will officially begin the quiz. Are we ready? Yes? No? Okay. Alright, here we go. How many teachers, or rather, how many teacher training modules has Al-Haadi school developed so far? Is it 3, 4, 5, or 6? If you have a teacher on your table, you should know the answer. Are you guys all teachers? Do you know the answer? No? That is not fair. Why is that not fair? Well, let's see if they got the answer. What's the table number? 4. Alright, so the answer is 5. Table number 6, you got that answer very quickly. Okay, so the faster you answer, the higher chances you are of winning the game. Alright, let's move on to the next question. How many hours of teacher training content has Al-Haadi school produced so far? 28, 30, 36, or 40? You see, I told you can't use ChatGPT for this. The answer is 36 hours. Table 1 is on the lead. Alright. Question number 4. What is the correct order of Al-Haadi's school motto? Al-Haadi school motto. Congratulations to the 13 tables that got that answer correct. Commiserations to those that did not. Alright, okay, next question. Table 6. Congratulations. Okay, which of the following is not one of the 6 dimensions in Al-Haadi's student development framework? Physical, communal, science, or life skills. So which of these is not one of the 6 dimensions in Al-Haadi's school development framework? Physical, communal, science, and life skills. I think science too. I told you, I said. I'm trying to help you out here. Okay. Alright. Team 11, well done. Okay, question number 6. Which dimension is being addressed if a teacher connects science lessons to the beauty of Allah's creation? Is it intellectual, ethical, spiritual, or physical? Read the question again. Which dimension is being addressed if a teacher connects science lessons to the beauty of Allah's creation? Intellectual, ethical, spiritual, or physical? Yes, it is spiritual. Congratulations, well done. Team 11, well done. Next question. If students are engaged in a debate club or ilm talk, which dimension is being focused on? If a student is engaged in the debate club or ilm talk, which dimension is being focused on? Intellectual, life skills, ethical, or physical? That was a trick question. Oh no. Alright. A teacher discusses inclusion when teaching a novel on identity and race. Which dimension is being integrated? A teacher discusses being inclusive of all people when teaching a novel on identity and race. Identity and race. This should be easy. Come on. Ethical. If you are looking to blame someone, the teachers are on this table. Table number 4. Okay. When students organize fundraising efforts for the new building project, which dimension is reflected? I wish I could say it's not what you're thinking. Think about it again. When students organize fundraising efforts, which dimension is being reflected? Communal. Alright, team 11, you guys are doing very well. Okay, next question. Which of these would most likely support development in the intellectual dimension at Al-Haadi? PE class, poetry analysis, group charity bake sale, reflection journaling. Which of these supports the intellectual dimension? Remember, intellectual dimension. So which of these targets the intellect? Reflection journaling. To be honest with you, I think that's also right. Like, I would have put reflection journaling as well. Oh, Sayyid put that. Alright, well done, team 11. Alright, 2 more questions to go. What is the purpose of Al-Haadi's tarbiyah-based approach to education? To ensure students get high test scores, to nurture the soul alongside the intellect, to replace traditional subjects with religious studies, or to focus mainly on sports and teamwork? That's the purpose of the kids, not the school. Alright, to nurture the soul. Wow, team 11. Well done. Alright, last question everyone. Why is humility placed first in Al-Haadi's motto? Final question. Because it sounds the best, because without humility one cannot gain real knowledge, because it rhymes with action, or because the students requested it? Blue, congratulations. Okay, let's reveal the winner. And the winner is In third place, table 29. Where are you? Where are you, 29? Okay. And the winner is Team 11! Congratulations to the members of table number 11. Come to the front, come to the front. Come to the front, come to the front. Come show yourselves. Alright, table 11. It's nice that the kids from the school are the winners. Table 11. Okay, you don't need to bring your table number with you. You can leave that back. Alright, a round of applause. A round of applause for table 11. Congratulations. You have all won an extra week at Haadi school in the summer. Okay, so can you please give out the plan? Oh, sorry, it's a diary. Okay. Many congratulations, very well done. Okay, who was the team captain? Okay, team captain, you have a couple of minutes to say. No, a few seconds. This is a glory moment. Come on, say a few words.
So I had the phone with me and my team decided that I should be the lead. So it wasn't actually me who did everything. I had all my rest of the friends who gave me an answer for all the, like every question there was a different person who answered it. And actually we're proud for being a Haadi student now. Because we got an award and like we wanted for food and we got so many answers correct.
You didn't thank your teachers, you didn't thank your parents. Come on.
Firstly, I would like to thank Sayyid Ali Imran, she's our homeroom teacher, and he's the one who talks about this. And secondly, I would like to thank my parents and all the friends for my friends over here, and the teachers of Haadi school.
Very well done. You may now go back. Well done, Team 11. By the way, number 11 is Mo Salah's football jersey. Alright. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. If the chai isn't here in 10 minutes, I'm going to order Tim Hortons. Okay. I don't mean that. Okay, thank you very much for those of you who took part. I'm sure that was a lot of fun. And so now we will take a very quick moment to reflect on something truly meaningful. As I mentioned earlier, that tonight's gala isn't just about fundraising, it's about honoring the journey of Al-Haadi. The journey of the school, which began with a simple but powerful vision back in September 2021. What started with humble beginnings has blossomed into a vibrant, values-driven educational institution powered by passion, community, and faith. This year's theme is From Humility to Action, which captures that journey beautifully. It's about how a small idea, grounded in sincerity and guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, can grow into a powerful movement for change. Let us now turn our attention to the screens beside us for a special video that tells the story of Al-Haadi's growth from those early days to where we stand today and where we hope to go together in the future. Please pay attention to the screens.
For anybody on the fence or on the edge, they just have to ask themselves one question. How do we compare secular education with God-centered education?
One of the biggest crises that happened after modernity is the separation of the sciences, the secular sciences and the religious sciences. One of the vision statements that we have kind of brought into the school is how do we bring and reconcile these two sciences and disciplines together. And the best way to do that is actually through what we call holistic education, holistic teaching philosophy, which is to ensure that your academics, your spiritual dimension, your physical dimension, your communal dimension, your intellectual dimension, all these different dimensions that a human possesses, how do we reconcile and integrate all of these aspects within our lesson planning, within our pedagogy, within our classroom environment, within our curriculum. So that is the ultimate vision of our school, that we need to upbring our children to a holistic pedagogy, which encompasses both the academic aspect as well as the tarbiyah aspect.
The four kind of main aspects that we look at is humility, faith, knowledge, then action. And this is kind of our guiding principle. And the way that we do things is that once we kind of focus on these four characteristics, we then tune in on 6 dimensions. And I think this is a very unique approach, where you don't really find this in other Islamic schools, where we are first and foremost working on the children's character, that then allows for the intellectual skill to come in. And once those 2 pieces are there, the vocational skills, the learning, the reading, the mathematics, the science, all falls in place. And so this is where I think this approach that Siloyan has introduced to us is a unique approach. And it is required almost, all of his studies at Hausa, as well as his education and his master's in curriculum, to morph these 2 things together. And so this is where I believe that we're at a stage now where a parent doesn't have to choose between faith, the nurturing faith of their child, and academics. We've morphed it together, we've combined it.
So with holistic education, when you know that everything is connected, it automatically takes you towards God centricity, because you understand that everything comes from God and it will go towards there. So you naturally start gravitating your conversations, your teaching style, your methodology, your pedagogy towards what is expected of us as human beings when we are working in our professions, and how they end up going towards God, and hence God's centricity comes naturally.
So we have this Juma Muhasaba as well, where we're always talking about, reflecting of what is the purpose of us, what is the purpose of us doing this. Even if I'm doing an activity, we talk about, hey, what's the objective of this activity? It's not just like, we're process driven, not result driven. And it's interesting how you bring that up, because in Ramadan we have these halakha sessions every single day. So after 15 days of our halakha session, one of this kid in my class, one of my students is my teacher, all these halakha topics, they're such basic character, behavior stuff that we talk about. But when you talk about it, it's so funny because they're so basic. But when we actually try to do it, when we try to kind of implement it in our life, it is so difficult. And I remember for 10 seconds we all just went quiet. And just for that, because at Haadi school we believe in the fact that how important muhasaba is. It's not just talking about lying or friendship. It's actually implementing. How can we become a good friend? How can we avoid lying? How can we become a good brother, a good sister? So all these small things, and how children are actually thinking about it. We want them to think and apply it to their daily life.
We have created our schedule in such a way that we are not asking them to finish their lecture in a 40-minute slot. So they have their own, their feasibility to just take 2 periods to cover 1 subject. They are always allowed, they're always welcome to take them outside They were always allowed to go to the field trips. So this the Islamic pedagogy, holistic approach, is making them realize that they can do whatever they want. They can also interlink all the subjects together. And science is not only the science, they can introduce maths and the science, and also everything is basically God-centered. So everything is linked together, and it's not just like a 40-minute slot that they have to finish their subject, and they can enhance their learning throughout the day.
We want to do so much with our class, but we're not able to do it. But I feel like at the end of the day, I'm not just a teacher, I'm a murabbi, a nurturer for these children. And you know, our vision at Haadi is probably not like any other vision of any other school. And you know, I'm willing to do anything for these children. I love these children. I call them my children.
Vision of being a school that focuses on the development not only of the child's academic excellence, but also the tarbiyah, change the entire perspective of why people do this, families are sending their students to the Qaim. And it really was demonstrated in the numbers. So around 2021, in the first year, we were struggling with about 45 to 55 students. And the numbers fluctuate, families change their dynamics, students come in and go. And in every year since then, we've had about 30 to 40% increase in our student numbers. Last year, we were sitting at around 85. The year before that, we were sitting at 65. And alhamdulillah, this year, we've actually maxed out our numbers in our current location. We're sitting at about 105 to 110 students. And we are now at a stage where we've been in this space for several years, since 2017, but we're now no longer able to achieve our goal in this village. And this is actually a demonstration to the community's trust, because what has been demonstrated by them bringing their children is that their trust in the program and in the education and the training that's happening is one that they have given to us. What we've noticed is that it is at this stage still the very poor parents who are involved. So our ask is the general community that is getting this message. This is the time. And we're actually at a stage now in how this works where some of the limitations, physical, space-wise, and the team's capacity perspective, if we don't address these, they will actually hinder our growth and really extend. And so to prevent that, we actually need continued revival. We need the community to invest, to put in their time, their effort, and their experience, most important, to the school. Our perspective is that the Haadi school is going to become an educational hub. And for us to be able to move this forward in 2, 3, 5, 10 years, it has to be a community-first approach. And the only way to do that is for those individuals who have experience in any aspect of their profession. Think of how you can give that back.
You know, we have this idea of helping. So usually in our communities, we see that a child comes to the masjid or they go to Islamic school and they start repeating this phrase that I want to be in the army of the Imam, I want to be part of Imam's army, I want to be part of his group. What I ask is that if an opportunity comes and if you're not available to help your community back, you're missing your chance of being a part of the Imam. So I would encourage parents, the community, to ask themselves, did they ever let go of an opportunity where they could have helped the community? Because that may have been their window in being in Imam's army. We don't know if the Imam has an official enlistment, right? Maybe this is exactly how we are supposed to be helping.
If Allah has blessed you with the time, come and volunteer. If Allah has blessed you with more in terms of financial capacity, come and donate in the name of your Muslimin, in the name of your family, for the sake of the school. If you are uneducated, we want your skills, we want you to come and become part of the school.
The idea or the belief that I developed over my time in my city and home was that education is the area where our communities unfortunately have not been focusing on. Whether it's education for elementary school or high school or even adult education. And this was not a very common phenomenon in the West at that time. Even though when I looked at the history of the Holy Prophet or the history of the biography of the Imam, especially the life of Imam Sadiq, I noticed and I realized that he had a brief window of opportunity during the lifetime. And if you notice what he focuses on is actually education and developing an educational system and structure that is not only trained hundreds and thousands of students, but it is because of that one effort that he put in that you and I continue to be believers and the Imam believers in the Muslim today. So we're not inventing anything new actually, in some sense, right? We are reviving the intellectual and spiritual tradition that existed for that more than 1,000 years of Islamic civilization. That's our goal, that's our belief, and inshallah, with the support of everyone, we will be able to achieve this, and just like it used to be in the past, we will be able to revive this.
There's a lot of things going on in the school right now in terms of the collective thinking, their investment thinking, and also Islamic values. So if you are thinking of Islamic school right now, Haadi is the right choice for your child.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. I know we're all very hungry, and it's great that the appetizers are on our tables, but we've just witnessed the incredible efforts of the teachers, the staff, the volunteers, and everyone involved with the school. So can I ask us all to recite and raise our voices with a loud صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. Okay, perfect. It's nice that, as I said, we have appetizers being served, because what we're going to do next, inshallah, is while we're enjoying our appetizers and our starters, we'll also be enjoying the auction, which I'm about to present to you all shortly. Now, as you can see beside me and around me is that we have a few auction items available, and so we will be raising money for Al-Haadi School. The cause, as you all know, is to hit that target of $100,000, which was started back in Shahr Ramadan. So we are hoping that collectively tonight, with your efforts, we are able to reach that target of $100,000. Are we good to start? Okay. So we will first begin the auction with the item here to my right. This is painting number 1. This piece is created with gold leaf work on a turquoise acrylic background, reflecting the sacredness of Du'a Salamati of Zamana. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. In gold, a symbol of eternity and reverence. It beautifully carries the weight of these words, and the prayer holds deep spiritual significance for me. Each letter a tribute to faith, hope, and devotion. So these are the words of the individual who painted this wonderful item here. So this is Du'a Faraj. No, this is Du'a Hujjah. Okay, so this is Du'a Hujjah of our 12th Holy Imam. As you can see, it's handwritten. So we will begin, inshallah, the bidding of this item at $500. So can I see, please, a hand in the audience for $500, please? I will need your attention and I will need your participation to successfully have the live auction. So please, can I see a hand in the audience for $500? Remember that we're not just buying the painting here, we're actually buying, inshallah, an investment in the akhirah. We have our wonderful shuyukh here, and I will have their permission to say that this painting or the amount they pledged today will give them barakah in Jannah, correct? Inshallah. Okay, so think of it as a spiritual investment. Okay, so can I see a hand for 500 in the audience, please? Ahsan, we have 5. Okay, we'll go up in hundreds. Can I see a hand for 600? I promise you, you will not find any of these items in IKEA. Okay? So they're very unique. You will not find them anywhere else in any part of the world except here today. Okay, so we have 5 looking for 6. Can I see a hand for $600? Can I see a hand for $600, please? We have 500 looking for 600. Did you raise your hands? Did you ask permission? It's okay, you can raise your hand. You can ask permission later. Okay, so we have 5 looking for 6. Can I see a hand for 600? We have 500 looking for 600. 500 going once. Should we get someone to come on the stage? Okay. We are going to auction the brother as well, mashallah. Sallu ala Muhammad. No, we're not. The brother is not going to be auctioned. He'll be holding the auction item. Okay. So we have 500 looking for 600 for this item here on to my right. It is a canvas painted by a wonderful, can I see the name in the back here? By Sidra, I think. Was it Sidra or Siddiqa? I can't remember. Sidra? Is Sidra here? Thank you very much, sister. Okay? So we have 5 looking for 6 for Sister Sidra's painting. Do we have any sisters who can support Sister Sidra? Wow. Okay, we have 5 looking for 6. 5 going once. 500 going twice. And so on. Okay, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you very much, Sister Sidra, for your generous contribution of the painting. And thank you to the brother as well for your generous donation as well. Okay, we move on to item number 2, which is this marvelous piece here. This exclusive piece by 313 Design is more than just an artwork. It is a statement of purpose, inspired by Islamic geometric patterns. It features a powerful hadith reminding us, and any important task not to begin without the name of Allah is cutting off from Allah's blessing. Obviously, I think it says Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, right? So, mashallah, very, very artistic, very, very creative. It's been handcrafted with care and deep intention. This artwork is a timeless anchor for your space, a daily call to begin with Allah and invite barakah into every step. Big not just for its beauty, but also for its stunning essence and meaning. This will look amazing in any household, in an office space, in a living room environment. I think this will look incredible. So we will begin the auction for this item at $700. So can I see a hand in the audience for $700, please? Can I see a hand for 700? We have a hand at the back for 7. Thank you very much. We'll go up in hundreds. So can I see a hand for 800? We have 7 looking for 8. Can I see a hand in the audience for $800? Remember, every bit that we make today brings us closer to the realization of a new school for Al-Haadi. So if we want our kids to enjoy their education in a new Islamic building, then please let's make it happen and let's realize that opportunity tonight. So we have 700 looking for 800. Can I see a hand for $800 in the audience? Both brothers and sisters, you are open to compete with each other. Can I see a hand for 800? We have 7 looking for 8. Okay, so we have 7 looking for 8. Sisters, you can bid higher and let your husbands, inshallah, forgive you for that. Or vice versa. Brothers, you can bid and your wife will, inshallah, forgive you without asking her permission. Okay, so we have 7 looking for 8. Can I see a hand for 8? We have 7 with the brother at the back of the hall. We're looking for $800. In the interest of time, we're going to move on from this painting. So, 700 going once, 7 going twice. So, thank you very much to the brother at the back of the hall. I'm not sure where you've gone. There you are. Hassan, Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you for your kind donation. Okay, we have a special piece that was just donated to us this afternoon. Can I request one of the volunteers to bring that piece? Where is that? No, that's not it. Yes, this one. Yeah. Because we need that one first, right? So this item here was gifted to us about a couple of hours ago. As you can see, it's very, very stunning. It bears the name of the Panjatan and of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. And I think it says, can I just read it? وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا. Is that right, Sheikhna? I can read Arabic? Yeah, I passed the test? Okay, great. So as you can see, وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا, whereby we're asking Allah to increase in our knowledge. MashaAllah, a wonderful item that would look amazing in any home. Okay, so we will begin the auction of this item at $800. So can I see a hand in the audience for $800, please? Do we see any hands in the audience for $800? If you're holding your cutlery, I'll take that as a sign for yes, you are. Okay, the cutleries are down. But seriously, can I see a hand for $800 in the audience? It'll be a shame for us to pass this item and not to bid for it tonight. It was gifted to us by a generous I don't know, sister or brother. Is the name at the back or no? It's anonymous, it's Bandi Khuda for now. Oh, Noor Gallery. Okay, so it's not Bandi Khuda anymore. Sister? Sister Shua. Is the sister here? Oh, thank you so much. May Allah bless you. Ahsan. Okay, so our sisters are doing their part. Our artists are doing their part. They're generously donating their pieces for us. So we must do our part here tonight as well. So can I see a hand for $800? This is for your children, no one else. You're not raising your money, you're not raising money for people outside this community. It is for your children, for your grandchildren. So can I see a hand for $800, please? Can I see a hand for $800? Okay, I'll give it a few seconds. Otherwise, we'll have to put this aside and come back to it later. We don't see any hands for $800, so I guess we'll put it aside and come back to it later. Okay? Alright, I encourage you all to please consider contributing tonight and contributing towards these art pieces. Let's not break the hearts of those who have really taken the pain to put these pieces together for us. Okay? Okay, so we have this final piece here. Now this is amazing. So please let's spend a couple of seconds to allow me to read what this says. Oh, she wants to say it herself? Yeah, Bismillah. So we have an emergency situation here. Come on stage, let people hear you. I think it's important for us, it's important for the audience to know what's going on, so that way they are inshallah able to contribute and take part in this activity.
We're actually going to put this up for the auction after we're done eating, just because we feel like everyone's a little busy eating right now. We feel like the attention is slightly divided. So I do have a speech. I do want to talk about why I made this painting, why I think it's so important. And I think for that, I want everybody's undivided attention when we're done eating. So inshallah, I'll do that after.
So let me ask this question back to the audience. Are you guys not paying attention right now? You're not paying attention? I don't know what that means. You're up and down. G? So can we seriously ask the sister to come back on stage and give her speech? Yes. Or should we assume you're not paying attention and do it after? The former or the latter? Should we auction it right now or later? Now, but you have to promise that you have to contribute towards this. Right? It's the sister's honor, my honor, and the school's honor at stake. Okay, so let us pay attention to what the sister has to say, and honestly, let us do our bit. Okay, everyone else is doing their part. It's now time for us to do ours as well. So can I please request sister to come back if it's okay with you? And request the sister to come up to the stage, which she is now, and request us all to pay attention with the loud Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. Respected Shaykh Salim, Shaykh Salim, Shaykh Imran, dear guests, staff, and students. Thank you first and foremost for the opportunity for me to come up here and talk about my painting with you all today. Titled Adab al-Ta'allum, or the etiquettes or ethics of learning, I want to take a few minutes of your time to really talk about the significance that the message of this painting holds and why I think it's so important for all of us here today. I'll walk you through the general, bigger picture behind this painting, and then I'll go through the individual details that tie it all together. This is an artistic interpretation of two manuscripts from Khwaja Nasir ad-Din Tusi's book called Akhlaq-e-Nasri. Now, I also drew inspiration from two individual manuscripts that were created in light of his book several decades ago. You see here there are three distinct teachers with their groups of students working hand in hand with the surrounding text to deliver a very powerful message. So on both ends of this painting here, there are 6 distinct verses of the Holy Quran, one of them being Rabbi Zidni Ilma, my Lord increase me in knowledge. At the top of the painting here, we have our first excerpt from his book. This is from Division 2, Section 8, which reads, nature is in the position of a teacher and a master, while discipline holds the position of a student and a pupil. Since the perfection of anything lies in the assimilation of that thing to its own principle, the perfection of discipline lies in its assimilation to nature. Now, it's a little complicated, but it's very beautiful. essentially what Shaykh Dusi is saying here is that true learning doesn't happen by force. It doesn't happen by chaos. But it happens when we gradually align ourselves with the natural order of things. For example, just as a tree grows slowly, season by season, our soul and our mind also needs to gradually develop in that manner. Discipline, similarly, isn't just about following rules. It's not about just doing what you're told to do, you know? Discipline is about listening to the rhythm of your nature, knowing what's inside of you, knowing when to move forward, when to stop, and honestly keeping yourself grounded in that entire process. And it's when we follow this harmony that we can truly allow knowledge to shape us from the inside and the outside. That was the first excerpt up here. I'm gonna move down to the second one here, which reads, excellence of intellection obtains when, in the examination of any reality, the proper limit and quantity is observed, such that there is no neglect of the internal and absolutely no regard for the external. Again, it's absolutely beautiful what Shaykh Dusi is saying here. He's teaching us the importance of balance in how we seek knowledge. It's not enough to just pursue knowledge with fact or appearances, you know? When we neglect our inner development, it's a very holistic method of learning that we're talking about here. Nor should someone be so immersed in their personal reflection that they completely disregard what's going on around them. Shaykh Dusi calls us for a holistic model of learning, one where we're training both our mind and our soul, and this is something that I believe we truly need today. In light of what Shaykh Salim was speaking on earlier, learning is so much more than, you know, taking in knowledge, collecting information. It's so much more than that. Learning is a lifelong process where we as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creations really embody what He has created us for. Purposeful, gradual, and intentional. Especially during the times that we're in today, we see ChatGPT, again, what he was talking about, artificial intelligence, it's everywhere. This is a time where we need to remind ourselves that information is so abundant, wisdom is just as scarce. True education is the one thing that's going to lead us toward perfection. It's going to lead us to the truth. And this is why I think scholars like Shaykh Dusi are so important, because these paintings like these remind us what education is actually supposed to be about, what learning truly is beyond the traditional reading, giving tests, collecting information, etc. And honestly, this is something that I've seen firsthand in the way our teachers at Al-Haadi have raised our students. I would say it's something that it's beautiful. You know, our teachers, they don't just transmit information. They don't do the traditional test-taking, book writing kind of thing. It's more where piece by piece, bit by bit, they're actively engaging in and building the future of our students. They're actively a part of it. They're shaping who they're going to become. Knowledge here at Al-Haadi isn't just about what these students know, it's genuinely about who they're becoming, these young individuals who are going to be our future generation, inshallah. And this is what I will call adab al-ta'allum. This is what I would call the ethics of teaching and of learning, and I'm beyond grateful to be a part of it, alhamdulillah. Thank you all for your time. Enjoy the rest of the program. Wassalamu alaikum wa
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ahsan, thank you very much, sister, for that very inspiring and invigorating speech and presentation. I think this item will look stunning in any home. I promise you it will not clash with your curtains. If that's what you're worried about, sisters, or maybe brothers. If you have a keen eye to detail, this won't clash with any of your curtains at home or decor at home. So we've heard about the importance of this item. I shall say no more other than we will start the bidding for this item at $1,000. So can I see a hand in the audience for $1,000, please? We have 1,000, thank you very much. We'll go up in 200. So we have 1,000 looking for 1,200. Can I see a hand for 1,200 in the audience, please? We have 1,000 looking for 1,200. Say that 1,200. Okay, looking for 1,400. We have 14 looking for 16. Can I see a hand for 1,600? We have 14 looking for 16. We have 1,400 looking for 1,600. Any takers on the ladies and on the sisters side? We have 14 looking for 16. We have 16, thank you very much, looking for 18. We have 16 looking for 18. Can I see a hand for $1,800? $1,600 by Sayyid Ali Imran. Thank you very much, Sayyidina. You want to give 2,000. You want to bid 2,000. Okay, so I know your ceiling. No. MashaAllah. Okay, so we have 16, looking for 18. Can I see a hand for 18? We have 18, MashaAllah. Looking for 2,000. So now we have 2,000. Okay, looking for 2,200. Can I see a hand for 2,200? We have 2,000, looking for 2,200 in the audience. We have 2,000, looking for 2,200. Not only will you win this wonderful item, but you'll also get a tax receipt as well. If you're worried about any further benefits to this auction. So, 2,000, looking for 2,200. We have 2,000, looking for 2,200. Can I see a hand for 2,200, please? 22, thank you very much. Ahsan, brother, what's your name? Sayyid Fayaz, MashaAllah. Sayyid Fayaz, thank you very much for joining and taking part in this auction. So, Sayyid Fayaz has given 2,200, looking for 2,400. No. I know the ceiling now. I know the ceiling. How much? 2,300. 2,300, okay. My job is to raise the highest for the school. 2,300. Is it fair that we allow this wonderful item to be paid by Sayyid Ali Imran and the family? Is it fair? No? Okay, so can we do better than 2,300? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Yes? Okay, so if we think we can do better for the school, then let's do it. How much? Is that 5,000? 2,400, MashaAllah, thank you very much. Thank you so much. So we have 24. Looking for 26. We have 24, looking for 26. To the brother, is it fair that a sister outbids you? Oh, same family. Oh, MashaAllah. That's good. You can outbid your husband tonight. It's fine. I'm assuming he's the husband. Okay, 26. 24 you said, or was it 26? 24. Okay, we have 24 looking for 26. Any brothers in the room who can outbid the sister? It's halal. 2,600, MashaAllah. Thank you very much to the brother on table number, what's the table number? Table number 8, excellent. Okay, 26, looking for 28. We have 26, looking for 28. Is that a hand up, or is that just your staff being put together? Okay, 2,600. 2,600, MashaAllah. Thank you very much to the brother or the brothers on table number 8. Okay, so 26 looking for 28. Sayyid Fayaz, आप क्या बोलते हो? हम 2,600 पहुंच गए. अभी हमको 28 चाहिए. 2,700, MashaAllah. बहुत बेहतरीन, MashaAllah. I'm improving my Urdu as I'm standing here. 27. Don't let a Khoja speak Urdu, guys, please. Chai manga do, chai manga. We've been waiting for this chai for so long. I told you, man, you're making life difficult for me and us. 2,700, okay, brother, table number 8, 2,800. It's just $100 more. 2,800. 28, yes? 28, yes? Chai is coming, I promise you. Yeah, 2,800. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. It's an extra $200. Okay, we're discussing it. How much money do you have in your piggy bank? 2,700 for 28. Okay, thank you so much. So we'll continue with 27 going once, 27 going twice, 28 800, mashallah. Kitna? 29. 3,000 कर लो प्लीज. नहीं 3,000 कर लो. देखेंगे इंशाल्लाह. 3,000. 3,000. 3,000 going once. 3,000 going twice. Abhi humko Sheikh, I need the consent of the Sheikh here. Are we okay with 3,000? These are all your family members. MashaAllah. कितने साल का दोस्त है आप लोग का? हाँ? तो फिर टाइम्स 10 करो. कितने साल का दोस्त है? 40 साल का दोस्त है? Oh, sorry, times 100. No, not 10.
And the respect. He's the winner, but I will pay. He's the winner, but I will pay.
Why don't you both pay? How about that? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Honestly, I don't know who won here, but I know the school has won, right? And that's the most important thing, okay? I know Haadi has won. जी आपको मिलेगा पेंटिंग इंशाल्लाह. सिर्फ एक दिन के लिए. फिर से Imran को you have to pass it on to Sayyid. No, seriously, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Sayyid Imran's dad and to Brother Fayaz. May Allah bless you all. And like I said, I think the true winner is the school, and that's the spirit that we want to see here tonight. Thank you, sister. A sister who contributed to. Are you happy now? Yeah, are you feeling happy? Look at the smile you brought to the sister. MashaAllah. Okay. So can I please ask you all to say one loud? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Okay. We'll now move on to another important segment. A segment that will inshallah also continue to uplift our spirits. As we know that at the core of Al-Haadi's success is a team of passionate, dedicated and selfless educators. These are the individuals who show up every day not just to teach, but to inspire, nurture and shape the next generation with love, faith and wisdom. Tonight, inshallah, we'll take a few moments to recognize and celebrate their tireless efforts, their unwavering commitment and the countless hours the way in which they spend in the classroom and behind the scenes, helping each and every child of ours grow into confident, compassionate and capable human beings. Please join me inshallah for this segment to send our heartfelt appreciation to our teachers who are the true heroes of Al-Haadi School. Can I please welcome to the stage Sister Baneen, or just Sister Baneen? Sorry for making you Baneen. Maybe you will be Baneen one day, I don't know, maybe you already are. You already are, mashallah. Excellent, great. So Sister Baneen, please come to the front. Who else is coming to the front? Brother? Brother Adi as well? Adil. Brother Adil. Can I request you to come to the front as well? To help us with the ceremony. Okay, so can I ask Brother Adil to gift the plaque to Sister Baneen? This is him. Yeah. Okay, so but you the first recipient. So can you please get the Brother Adil to give to Sister Baneen? Okay, can we please have one loud salawat for Sister Baneen? I think you can hand it over to her. Control properly. Yeah, there you go. Now look at the camera. I've become a wedding photographer. There you go. Look at the camera. Smile. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ahsan. Yeah. So now you can leave the stage now. Ahsan. Thank you so much for the Haadi. Jazakallah khair. Thank you. Okay, now we will ask Sister Baneen to do the honors and present these gifts to other teachers. Am I right? Okay. The first teacher is Sister Fatima Mir. Can you please have louder salawats? I mean, there we go. Salli ala Muhammad. Ahsan, thank you. Sister Talia Zahra. Then Sister Farah Fatima. Following Sister Farah is Sister Rihan Halal. Next we have Sister Ismat Manikia. Sister Afshan Zahir. Sister Ambar Asif. The volume is dying in the audience. Can we please have a louder salawat for Sister Ambar Asif, please? Thank you. Let's maintain that noise level, okay? So, gee, they didn't try. I'm telling you, this try is becoming a very big deal. We have to change the vendor for next year. I'm just kidding. The vendor is here. I'm only joking. But oh, you're joking too. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Sister Huda Abidi. Sister Zainab Raza. Allahumma salli ala. Ahsan. Sister Zahra Musawi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Sister Marziya Mujtahidi. Sister Adiya Raza. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Sister Shua Raza Standby. What does standby mean? Oh, substitute. Oh, sorry. I'm only reading what I have on this list. Okay. What they mean is you are outstanding. That's what they mean. Not standby. Outstanding. Sister Kanwal Raza, outstanding. She's outstanding? Oh. She might be outstanding. You never know. Okay. Sister Asma Rizvi. Sister Baneen Haydari. Oh, there you go. I'm making sure you sit on stage. Oh yeah, you take another one. You can take Sister Conwell, she's not here. Okay, now we move on to Sayyid Ali Imran. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. We have much louder for Sayyid Ali Imran, for all of his hard work and effort. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Brother Hussein. I don't know which brother Hussein. Me. you. Okay, it must be you. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. Come back on stage. Come back on stage. And last but not the least, Shaykh Salim Yusuf Ali. اللهم صل على توجه. We would like to honor you, Shaykh. So these are the wonderful teachers, principals, directors. Bismillah. Bismillah. Let's do that. Sisters, you guys, you can move forward, sisters, please.
You guys, push in. I should be good.
All right, one collective. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you very much, teachers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and reward you. And now pictures with our beloved brother Hussein, Sayyid Ali Imran and Shaykh Yusuf Ali. Can we please have one collective? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ahsantum. Thank you very much to our beloved Sayyidina Shuyukh and our directors and to all our teachers for your dedication and your inspiring efforts towards educating our children. And now it is my honor to introduce someone whose leadership, vision and unwavering commitment have been at the heart of Al-Haadi School since day one. It is my honor to welcome to the stage Sayyid Ali Imran, who is not only a respected community leader, but also the principal of Al-Haadi School. Sayyid's guidance, Sayyidina's guidance has been instrumental in shaping the school's identity, one rooted in faith, excellence and a holistic way to education. A quick bio of Sayyid Ali Imran. Sayyidina is the principal of Al-Haadi School. Sayyid Ali Imran pursued his seminary studies in Qom between 2012 and 2021. He also concurrently obtained a Master's in Islamic Studies from the Islamic College of London in 2018. He is currently pursuing his Master's in Education at the University of Toronto within the Curriculum and Pedagogy stream. He is amongst the leading researchers within the area of Islamic pedagogy in Canada. Can I please ask us all to welcome Sayyidina to the front with a loud Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Can I just please request us all to try and remain on silence as Sayyidina addresses us, inshallah. Ahsan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطاهرين أما بعد فقد قال الله تعالى في كتابه المجيد وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن أول بيت وضع للناس الذي ببكة مباركة وهدى للعالمين. Assalamu alaikum, dear respected guests, respected ulama, respected parents, and of course Al-Haadi teachers and Al-Haadi students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us another opportunity, another tawfiq to bring for our community this Noor Expo, which started, as Brother Hussein said, from a very small class initiative by our teacher, Sister Afshan. And it started off with a very small idea that kids should be able to basically the idea, Shaykh Salim, what it was that we had 13, 14, 15, the 3, 4th, 5th, and 6th Sha'ban, and the 15th Sha'ban was the occasion. And we said instead of doing a jashan for every single day in the school, why don't we combine all of these and turn it into an exhibition about the Imams alayhim as-salam? So we called it the Noor Expo. That was the original idea, and alhamdulillah, last year we saw a sort of theatrical performance by the students as well. This year we saw something a little bit different. But anyways, one of the most important things in the Islamic tradition is the idea of intentions, right? And the idea of intention connects directly to the power of your aql, as Shaykh Salim was talking about, the power of your mind, the power of your will, and the irada that you have. And in fact, your amal, your actions, lose any significance and any value if they are not performed with the right intentions, or they are performed without any sincere intentions. If you look at certain actions, for example, if I were to slaughter an animal and I were to face this animal in the direction of the Qibla, and everything is according to the rules of zibh, but I don't really have the intention to do zibh, this animal will be haram for me to eat. But the moment I, in my mind, consciously tell myself that I am doing this qurbatan ilallah, that same animal now becomes halal for me to eat. Correct? You can build 4 walls around a land, and you can even pray salat there, but that place will not be considered a masjid. But the moment you make the conscious intention with your mind, with your irada, that this place from today onwards will be designated as a masjid, all of a sudden, with the power of your niyyah, you have now given that piece of land a sort of sacredness, actually. And all of a sudden, certain rules will begin to apply. You cannot, for example, bring najasa in the masjid, and all the rulings that we have for the masjid. How did you do that? You did that with your intentions. Very fascinating concept. If a wakil is reading the nikah for a bride and groom, if he is just uttering words, he can say all the qabilto that he wants, but unless there is an intention behind it that yes, I do accept the misery that I'm about to put myself into, the marriage contract doesn't actually exist. So with the power of your intention and the niyyah, you create a bond between 2 individuals that the moment before that sentence ended, that bond didn't exist. You can extend this further. So I gave an example about a physical space, which is the masjid. I gave an example about the nikah, for example. Even the time. So the night of Qadr, or any of these nights of ibadat, they come and they go. The night, physically speaking, is just like any other night, right? The sun sets, the moon rises, it gets dark, the Fajr time happens. And for a vast majority of the world, it is just like any other night. It has no significance, has no importance, in fact. But when you, with your intention, engage in worship and believe that this is a night that has a certain capacity within it, with your intentions, it becomes the Laylatul Qadr, which is khayrun min alfi shahr. You as an insan, you are able to do all of this. Allah has given us the power. Allah has given you the qudra, the ability to grant sacredness to time, to place, to your own amal, to your own actions. And tonight, they told me to come here before the fundraiser, so that's why I'm talking about niyat. Because inshallah, in the next stage, or the last part of this fundraiser, this program, which is our main fundraiser, I want all of us to kind of put aside any, alternative intentions we may have to donate and to give money. Because the 3-4 years that I have been here, Shaykh Salim has been in education for a long time. For those of you who may not know, Shaykh Salim, I had just come to Qaim when Shaykh Salim was leaving, and he had presented his research in Qaim, and if you remember, Shaykh in Majlis Amirul Mu'mineen, PowerPoint presentation. So we were there, I was kind of watching him, had no clue what is school and what is education. He had gone to Tehran, he visited a couple of schools there, I think one school maybe in Qom as well, if I remember. So I have this memory from my first year in Qom. So he has a lot of experience. And I'm sure he will agree with what I'm about to say, is that we have witnessed some of the most pure intentions from individuals when it comes to the arena of schooling and education. And what I mean here specifically are actually our staff, our teachers, our admin, our directors. Because really, what is the incentive really at the end of the day? Is it money? If it was, we wouldn't be doing this gala, right? There's no incentive, is not money. Incentive is not fame and popularity, because unfortunately, in education, in teaching, as teachers barely get any acknowledgement that they deserve according to the Islamic understanding. The acknowledgement and the respect and the status that a teacher deserves, they don't get that acknowledgement in today's culture. So there's no incentive, financial incentive. There is no fame and popularity as an incentive. There's nothing of that sort. That's what humans crave: attention, popularity, money. So if these things are not there, really you are able to refine your intentions to such an extent that the only reason that you are putting yourself in this situation where not only is the work challenging, it's tiring, it's exhausting, you're assessing, you're teaching, you're managing, you're learning yourself, you are managing the parents, the meetings, the communication, all of that stuff, the volunteering that they are doing. Our teachers designed the Silver Road Bazaar, all of that. Why would anybody want to do all of this? For what? That means there is a level of knowledge and understanding that Shaykh Salim was also mentioning. There is an understanding of the need and the importance, and actually the fact that this is a duty. And this is a responsibility and a duty that the Anbiya used to do. The ta'aleem and the tazkiyah, something that they used to do. That was their mission. And the mission of the A'imma alayhimus salam, I always mention this example that Imam Sadiq alayhi salam from the 12 From the A'imma alayhimus salam, Imam Sadiq is one of the Imams, or one of the only Imams who got an actual opportunity to do something, while the political situation was a little bit calm. And what he prioritized right away was education. And it is because of that one effort that he put in by opening a madrasa that you and I today, 1,000 years later, can be, thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, alhamdulillah, we are the followers of the madhab of the Ahlulbait. That one madrasa that he opened in Medina, who would have thought that it was because of that one act that he prioritized at that time? You and I are Shia today. If that madrasa didn't happen, if you read some of the reports that we have, that up until the time of Imam Baqir, in the time of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, the Shia didn't know anything. They didn't know anything. They would go to the Ahlul Sunnah or the non-Shia community to get their answers about Salat and Hajj and Zakat. Basically, they would go to the other individuals, other fuqaha. That was the situation for the Shia community. So you see the purest of intentions. So brothers and sisters, if the power of intention is so strong in Islam, that you can grant sanctity and sacredness just with the power of your mind, then we must believe that inshallah, that when we contribute to a project like this, when our intentions are purified, we renew our intentions, we purify our intentions, and then we give, the effect and the impact of that is going to be in an amount that you and I cannot enumerate, basically. We don't know what are the impacts of what we're doing, right? Someone can give, $500, $1,000, just like that, and kind of forget about it. Put my name on a plaque, for example. But someone can give knowing that this is something I'm doing qurbatan ilallah. That's it. The power of that is something that Islam says is very, very significant. And all of you are going to be doing this, inshallah, and contributing and helping at a stage when the school is still in its infancy. The directors just joined officially 2 years ago. In 2 years, we have made all of these strides and changes. And I want to kind of highlight what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about the Muslims who joined the Holy Prophet's mission in the earlier years. Right? Because they were Muslims and mu'mineen that joined after, let's say, later on when the community was stabilized in Medina, or when the conquest of Makkah had happened, Muslims came at that time as well. But in the Quran, repeatedly, in multiple verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala highlights the as-sabiqun al-awwalun. That hey, these earlier companions are different than the companions that came later. Let's look at these ayat. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَالصَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ وَالَّذِينَ تَبَعُوهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ. That the first Muhajirin and the first set of Ansar, they are the ones who are Allah is pleased with, and they are pleased with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He has prepared for them gardens in heaven. للفقراء المهاجرين الذين أخرجوا من ديارهم وأموالهم يبتغون فضلا من الله ورضوانا وينصرون الله ورسوله أولئك هم الصادقون. The earlier companions, the ones that were in difficult times, difficult situations, and they didn't lose their faith, but they were driven out of their homes, they were driven out of their wealth, money, but they were seeking the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are the ones who are as-sadiqun. They are the righteous, truthful ones. لقد طاب الله على النبي والمهاجرين والأنصار الذين تبعوه في ساعة العسرة من بعد ما كاد يزيغ قلوب فريق منهم ثم تاب عليهم إنهم بهم رؤوف رحيم. That Allah has shown mercy towards the Prophet and the Muhajirin and the Ansar who followed him in the time of need, a time of hardship. Those ones have a slightly different status than the Muslims that came, like Abu Sufyan and these individuals that came when now, okay, the power is there, the money is there, the wealth is there, it's easy now to join the project and contribute. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala distinguishes these earlier companions. Many of them reached the status of shuhada, martyrs in the battle of Badr and Uhud, and many of them passed away in these battles. So brothers and sisters, inshallah tonight, remember the power of your intention as we go into the fundraiser. Remember that before you press that button, our director has made an online system for donation. Before you press that button, or before you make a pledge, before you contribute in any other way that you can, inshallah, within your capacities, remember to have the niyat of qurbatan ilallah. You're not doing this for yourself, for your nafs, for your popularity, for your name, fame. Yes, name will come, fame will come, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives that. وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. Allah says, at the end of the day, I still made you popular, O Prophet. You didn't seek it, I gave you that popularity. Allah will give that popularity, name and fame and wealth, all that will be given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we don't seek it. So inshallah, with the purest of intentions, contribute, and we will, by the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will see the impacts of this contribution that all of you will make tonight in the very near future, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ahsan, thank you very much, Sayyid Ali Imran, for those insightful and inspiring words. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to grant you tawfiq to guide Al-Haadi school for many, many more years to come, inshallah. Can I please request us all to show our appreciation to Sayyid Ali Imran by reciting aloud, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ahsantum. We would also like to acknowledge the presence and the arrival of our esteemed scholars. Can you please welcome them to the front by reciting aloud, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We've just been joined by the spiritual guide of Salim Islamic School, as well as Shaykh Mahdi Qasim Ali.
Sorry.
No, you've arrived at the right time.
Sorry about this.
أحسنتم سيدنا, أحسنتم شيخنا, and welcome. Jazakallah. We've had lots of laughs and a lot of fun that you missed. Next year, inshallah. Ahsantum. Okay, brothers and sisters, we've now arrived at a very critical part of our program and of our event, which is, of course, the fundraising segment. As you all know, we are trying to raise $100,000 to complete phase 1 of Al-Haadi Islamic Schools project, which began back in Ramadan, not October. And so now we are trying to continue to ensure that we maintain that momentum that we've built and to reach our target of $100,000 this evening. We all heard from Sayyid Ali Imran as well as Brother Hussein, and also by looking at the video, we were told that the school is growing at the capacity of 25% year after year. And we currently have 110 students involved. So at this rate, by the year 2030, we might need a building larger than Costco. But we're not going to target for that just yet. What we are targeting is the $100,000 this afternoon. Now, what we have here, as you can see on your screens, is a QR code. We are requesting and we're asking everybody here in the audience to make a contribution as part of your table that you're on. Okay, so please pay attention to what I'm about to say next. Okay, so as I said, tonight at the Noor Expo, we are asking you to support and raise the remaining $60,000 to complete phase 1. Actually, we're already progressing well beyond that, so that's amazing to see. We've now raised $66,000 and we have about $40,000. Okay, these numbers are confusing me, so can we just... So we've raised 40, looking for 60. Okay. Do we have 3 very generous people to give us $20,000 each? And then we can just go straight for dinner. If we have 3 people who can give us $20,000, Bismillah, go ahead and do that right now. Go to the page and make your contribution of $20,000. Otherwise, what we are requesting is for each table tonight to contribute $2,000. Each table to, inshallah, contribute $2,000 as part of this campaign. Now, we know that some tables are uneven, and you might have more people sitting on one table than the other, but still our request is the same. The way to break this down, ideally, is each person to contribute $200. Okay? So that's what we're asking. We're asking you all to contribute either as a table $2,000 or as an individual $200. And we'll try and make this fun and engaging, because the table that raises $2,000 the first and the fastest, I guess, will receive a special prize, and the table that raises the most amount will also receive a prize as well. Okay? So we're trying to make this exciting and fun and as engaging as possible. It's very simple. Please scan the QR code on your tables using your phones. So we're allowing you to all be busy with your phones right now. Take out your devices. And please scan the QR code. And please put down the table number in which you are sat. And the table that wins or raises the highest will receive a gift. And the table that raises $2,000 the fastest will also receive a gift. Teachers are also obviously welcome to take part. It's your school as well. Remember, every donation, no matter the size of your contribution, will bring us closer to our target. And we have a live screen in front of us that shows how fast we are achieving our target here. As I think it was the speech by Shaykh Salim Yusuf Shaykh Salim mentioned that this is the Noor Expo and that he sees that there are light on our faces shining brightly. Shaykh, is that correct? I was paying attention to your speech. So with that, I can also say that let us now put that brightness towards some efficient use, and that is by way of donating. If you're standing to get a cup of tea, I'm assuming you've donated. All right, let's look at who's getting us there quicker or quickest. Table number 8 has raised 1550 so far, mashallah. Where is table number 8? Mashallah, the shuyukh table, ahsantum. Okay, table number 8 is leading the way, mashallah, 2750, 3750, mashallah. Okay, table number 4 is not too far behind. Table 21 is now in second place with 1250 raised. Where is table number 21? Where is it? Oh, mashallah, excellent. Very, very good. Okay, let every table make a contribution tonight. Kids, go to your parents and tell them to donate towards your school. Table number 18, mashallah, $2,000 raised. Ahsantum. Okay, so I have two great new pieces of news. Number one, you can contribute your hopes, your full hopes towards this campaign. And number two, you do not have to make a payment tonight. What we're looking for is your pledge. All right? So if you're able to pledge higher than what you've already donated, that's amazing. Please input the amount that you can pledge. Because ultimately, we want you to contribute towards the school, not just tonight, but after tonight as well. So if you feel like you don't have the cash in hand tonight, and that you're able to raise more money from your friends and from your family, then please just put the amount that you think you can pledge, and then you can raise that money after. Alright, let's look at our leaderboard. We have table number 8 at 3750. Table number 18, they have completed $2,000. Table number 4, you're very close, you're at 1850. Where is table 4? That's the teacher's table. MashaAllah, very well done. Excellent. It's nice to see our teachers leading by example. Table 4, 2200. Thank you very much indeed. Table 18, 2200. Brilliant. Table 12, you're at 1500. Where is table 12? Where is table 12? MashaAllah, Ahsan. You only have, you surpassed your target. Thank you very much. 2200 for table number 12. No, sorry, 1500, table 12. Table 18 is 2200. Have we all made our contributions? Yes? As I mentioned, you don't have to make your payment tonight. Just make a pledge. Inshallah, your payment can be taken and looked after later. We are simply asking you to make a pledge for the time being. Okay, and if you'd like a tax receipt, then please make a pledge of the amount that you want to contribute. And following that, the school will reach out to you to process your payment and obtain a tax receipt for you. All the top tables are on the men's side, but the teachers have done well for the school. Teachers, I think you should move to every table and canvas and try and encourage other tables to contribute. Table number 10. Have you enjoyed your evening so far? Have you given a donation? Yeah? Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. Table number 9. How are we doing? Have you donated? Yes? Did you donate? What's your table? 14? Excellent. Very good. Okay, the leaderboard. We have raised 64,891. Table number 8 is leading the way with a contribution of, I can't read, is it 8 or 6? 6150. Table number 23, you have completed your target. Thank you very much. Where is 23? MashaAllah, ahsantum. Jazakallah khair. Table 23, thank you for doing your part. Table number 11, where are you? Table number 11. The kids. Table number 11, look at me. Table number 11, have you gone to your mommy and daddy? Go now. Go tell them to donate. Where are they? Are they here? They're not here? Okay, table number 6. Number 6, how are we doing? Do you all know each other on your table? Have you made friends with each other? Huh? Rashid, come on, bro. You have to rally your troops. Table number 6, are you all done? Really? How much did number 6 raise? Rashid, how much did you raise? Table number 6. 2,000! Wow, well done, guys. Excellent, thank you very much. Well done. Table number 7. How are we? You raised the full amount? Not yet? It's coming, inshallah. Ahsan. Ahsan, we've raised $70,000. MashaAllah. MashaAllah, excellent. We started with 40,000 this afternoon, we're now at 70. 75, MashaAllah. We're almost there, guys, please. Let's keep up the momentum. So I've been told that in the month of Ramadan, grade 5 raised $15,000 just on their own, MashaAllah. So I'm sure we can take some inspiration from grade 5 children. Okay, table number 8, 11,000, subhanallah. Amazing. Table number 20, 4,000. All right, let's look at our assistance table. Let's look at where's everyone gone? They've left. They've gone to eat. No problem. As long as they donate. Table number 19. Table 19. How are we doing? No? Can you speak with them? Did they contribute? They did. Okay. What's the table beside you? Table number 20. How are we doing? Table 20. You've all contributed? Yeah? Oh, table 20. MashaAllah. Wow. Excellent. Good job, table 20. Great job. Thank you very much to our inspiring mothers and grandmothers and sisters. All right. 76,000. Can we get to 80,000? I'm thinking. Remember, we're asking you to pledge tonight. So think about how much you can raise outside from your friends and family. If you have cash, if you have coins, we accept that as well. Alhamdulillah. Ahsan. If you'd like to contribute any cash, donations, coins, checks, checkbooks, blank checks, we have our tables in front that will collect the money on your behalf. Alright everyone, let's see the leaderboard. We have 76. We have 86, mashallah. 87, mashallah. Let's get to 100, 88, subhanallah. Let's get to 100 guys, come on. Let's make this an evening to remember. You can contribute your khums. You can also pay your khums in advance as well. Can we get to 90? Thank you very much to each and every one of you who have donated tonight. We have 88,000 that we've raised, alhamdulillah. Can we get to 100,000? Table 16, how are you doing? 16. You've raised 2,000? I can't hear you. A bunch of kids. Ah, okay. But listen, you can pledge, right? Excellent, very good. Ahsan. Brothers and sisters, I've been asked to request you all to please sit down. Dinner cannot be served until you're sat on your seats. So I know we're all very hungry. We all want to celebrate, inshallah, very shortly after the amounts that we've raised. But dinner cannot be served until you're sat on your tables. Can I please ask everyone to kindly go back to your seats, please? Okay, 88,000. Let's get to 90. Okay, brothers and sisters, can you please sit down so we can start the process of serving you dinner? If you're not sat and you're standing, dinner cannot be served. Can I please request you all to come back to your seats? $89,000, mashallah. Ahsan. This is the volume that we needed throughout the whole event. Allahu Akbar. Now it's good, but we're about to close. I'm saying this is the volume we needed throughout the program. Okay, brothers and sisters, please, if I can ask you all to come back to your seats. Okay, 89,000, 841. We're almost there to hitting our $90,000 milestone. Okay. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. If you're hungry and you want to eat, can I please hear aloud? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. No, I don't think you're hungry. No. I don't think you're hungry, to be honest. Are you? Okay. Guys, brothers and sisters, please sit down. MashaAllah, we have reached our milestone of 90,341. This is an amazing target that, alhamdulillah, we are able to achieve tonight. We have all shown immense generosity, philanthropy, and dedication towards nurturing our children. We are now nearing the end of the program. But before we do that, there are a couple of very important announcements to be made. I've been told if you're not sat in the next 5 seconds, your car will be clamped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ahsantum. Brothers and sisters, thank you very much for raising 90,341. Can I please ask us all to recite one loud salawat for this monumental effort? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I was not sat on any table. I was sat, or rather stood on the podium. I was sat on table number 3. I'm by myself. But nonetheless, I will add as well, and I will contribute to get us to 90,000, to 91,000, inshallah. Okay? So that's how much I'll contribute to get us to the target. Alright, so I think everyone's done their part. Right? Everyone's played a part here this evening. It's a marvelous achievement, mashallah. Now before we move towards dinner, we'd like to take a very quick pause to share 2 short video messages from some of our amazing partners who are also doing inspiring work in our community. Can I please request us all to pay attention to the screens as we showcase a very short video from our 2 platinum partners this evening. Brothers and sisters, brothers, allow me to just request you all to please stay and remain silent. And one trick that I have up on my sleeve is to recite Surah Al-Fatiha. So, can you please recite Surah Al-Fatiha for all our marhumeen? Let us pay our respects to those who have passed away, to the marhumeen of our donors, our volunteers, our staff, and our teachers. Surah Al-Fatiha. Okay, so for the next 2 minutes, let us maintain this level of silence from the audience so we can pay attention to the video and recognize our sponsors. Please, let's play the video.
Introducing new donation box. Make a difference today. Grab a charity box on your way home and contribute to positive change. Every small act of kindness adds up to create a brighter tomorrow. Take one home and be a part of something meaningful. Our volunteers outside will help you to get it registered quickly. You can also register online through our website.
Ahsan, thank you very much to Hope Foundation for being the platinum sponsors this evening for tonight's program. As you can see, we have 2 tables for Hope Foundation on the gents and on the ladies side. May I please request you to kindly visit Hope Foundation's tables. They're doing amazing work in providing education to children in need and orphans in Pakistan. So to learn more about Hope Foundation's efforts, please may I request you to kindly see their table before you leave home. And they also have a donation and a sadaqah box as well. Many of our kids, this is an opportunity for them to learn the art of donating and to give sadaqah as they're growing up. So please do take a sadaqah box available free of charge from the tables on both the gents and on the ladies. Hope Foundation, thank you very much for being a platinum sponsor. Our next sponsor is Jannat Travel, and inshallah in a short while we'll also carry out a draw whereby the gift is a package to Umrah inshallah. Okay, let's play the video on behalf of Jannat Travels. Thank you so much, Jannat Travels. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you Jannat. I'm sure you've heard of that before. Okay, so we have the Umrah draw now. Who wants to go to Umrah? No, I don't think. No one raised their hands. No one raised their hands, honestly. You guys want to go to Umrah, gents? You want to stay home here in Canada? Yeah, enjoying Tim Hortons? You raise your hand, Sayyidina. Okay. Say that as in wajib kifaya on behalf of the table. Ahsan. Okay. Alright, so we'll do the draw right now. I'm sure we're all very excited for the raffle draw. So can I please welcome to the front our wonderful friends from Jannat Travel. I'm told Sister Naz and Brother Hamza. Okay, Brother Amjad and Brother Hamza, please come to the stage. Thank you very much for your contribution. Can I please ask us to recite aloud salawat for Jannat Travels, please? Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Okay, so we're gonna spin the wheel, and then we'll have you announce. Okay, do we all have our tickets in front of us? Oh, I see. I was trying to make them pay attention. Alright. Okay, you can put your tickets away. It was a joke. No, it wasn't. I didn't even know what was going on. Okay, so we'll display the names of the people there, or rather of the person who will win the raffle. Okay, let us see who the winner is. And the winner is Hussein Sajjad Hussein! Atiya Raza. Please come to the front with your driver's license. Oh, she was the outstanding teacher. Is she here? Oh, she wasn't the outstanding one. Oh, she's in the childcare. You lost her. So she has to be in the room. MashaAllah, you've been chosen to donate $5,000.
Inshallah, we're looking forward to hosting you and see you on the trip. Inshallah. Congratulations.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, nice to meet everyone here, and we are just here to give that educational awareness, creation and consideration. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we all get the tawfiq and the chances to go for ziyarah. But however, within our community as well, we do want to create that awareness for our moment, that there are these special places of holy pilgrimage in Medina and Makkah. So inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you that tawfiq and send that invitation for your calling for the holy pilgrimage, inshallah. Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum. Now I am sure you are listening to me. I just want to tell you one thing to remind you, there is a ayat in the Quran, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Lan tanalul birra hatta tunfiqun mimma tuhibbun. You cannot be a mu'min unless you sacrifice for the sake of Islam or the deen. Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he sacrificed his two grandsons. He sacrificed, they sacrifice. But what we are sacrificed for our religion. The Imam give us the religion after the sacrifice. Islam is the name of the sacrifice. So we must support the same thing again and again. The campaign is open. If you want to denote more, you are welcome. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you, if you give the qarza to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will give you a reward 10 times, multiply by 10 times, inshallah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Ahsan, Sheikh Amjad and Brother Hamza for your contribution and for your support of Al-Haadi School. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you more tawfiq to do good work for the community, inshallah. Ahsan, can I please request us all to recite one last salawat for Sister Atiya? Where is Sister Atiya? She's going back downstairs to the childcare? No? MashaAllah. Ahsan. Congratulations. Mubaraki. You want to say a few words or you are okay? Okay, Sister Atiya would like to say a few words. Please welcome Sister Atiya with the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum Shaykh Salim and all the sheikhs, my respected staff, and especially Brother Ali Imran. I honestly don't have any words. I am so happy. I cannot express my feeling. I'm totally speechless. But once again, thanks a lot. Thank you so much for all your help. Forever I'm here today just because of my Al-Haadi team. I'm so proud of them. Thank you so much.
MashaAllah. I just asked Sister Atiya if she's been for Umrah before, and she said no, this is her first time. So, MashaAllah, it has gone to the correct individual with the sincerest of intentions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept her a'mal. Sister Atiya, we can only let you go if you pray for us. Okay, Ahsantum, thank you very much once again to everyone for taking part in tonight's program. I know we're very hungry. Dinner will be served very shortly. How's it being served? Just so I can instruct. Okay, all right. I will not announce how dinner is served until I announce the following, which is, we'd like to also make a quick mention to our volunteers. Please recite aloud, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you very much to our wonderful volunteers. And also to our sponsors, our platinum sponsors, our Hope Foundation, Jannat Travel, Real Link, TLC, Royal Financial Group, Cedar Brain Dental, and Midland Dental. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We'd like to thank our gold sponsors, Noor Gallery. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We would also like to thank our silver sponsors, Realtor Akhtar Abbas, Healthy Hearts, iPro Realty, Jafi Akhtar Abbas and Fahad Shah, Hussein Abbas, Fahad Shah Realtor, and Baba Jewelers. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you all very much again for contributing tonight. The silent auction item tables are still open, I think. So if you haven't yet taken a look at the silent auction items, please do take a look at those. And also the Silk Road Bazaar will reopen. When is that reopening? When is the Silk Road Bazaar opening? Sorry? Okay, Silk Road Bazaar will open during dinner.
Return back to their stations.
Can I please ask the kids to return back to your Silk Road Bazaar stations? Thank you very much again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My heart. I give you my heart. That's it. That's all I give you. Happy birthday. Oh, yes.
This is the one though. Give me 3. But if you take it from back, there's 5.
You right in here. Look. Put something. Put something. 2.79. 2.79. 3.
boots of the Silk Road. That's so weird.
No, you can't come. That's the one. I said 40 should be a second.
I don't know what we should do.